as part of the current craze towards crossover SUVs, Toyota launched the Urban Cruiser in South Africa a few months ago, and we tested it very soon after launch in top spec XR variant. Now, what Toyota have done with this car, and I'm going to focus very much on the difference between the variants in the range in this review today, because right now we've got the mid-spec XS manual. Last time we had XR Auto on test. So there is a difference over there. It's got, of course, the Toyota grille on it. Let's not even talk about other links. Let's leave it as Toyota. But you've got the very bold Toyota grille over here. You've got the nice sort of skid plate effect over there at the bottom, the black. Interesting, unusual coloring on this car. Now, right away from the front, let's talk differences, because on the XR model, for example, you get LED fog lamps over here where you can see they're blacked out, and not on this car. You do get the daytime running lights. So you get that neat feature. Of course, being a crossover SUV, you've got the cladding around the wheel arches, down the bottom of the car, etc. All of that, very typical of crossover SUVs, and you'd expect it from a crossover SUV. On this car, you can see we've got very nice black mag wheels, 16 inches, just to see over there. Now again, let's talk difference. XI model comes with 16-inch steel wheels. XS, XR come with the mags. Coming along over here, you can see XI doesn't have the roof rail at all. XS has it in black. XR has it in silver. Those are points only you can decide. All of them, interestingly, do have push button lock and entry and push button stop start. So again, useful to have and nice features. Coming across, of course, very, very standard. Here you go. Have a look inside. Got neat cloth trim. Looks pretty neat, doesn't it? Very nice electric windows all around. You've got ISOFIX on the two outer back seats. All these features you would expect from any car these days. And good to see that the ISOFIX, for example, is there. Lots of legroom. You have a look across at the far side. You'll see, as always, the driver's seat set for myself. So plenty space over there for passengers, whether adults or children, would make no real difference. Just close the door for you quickly over there. Come round to the rear. And you will see again now, staying on differences between models. XI, for example, does not have a rear wiper at all. XS, XR get the rear wiper. They also both get reverse camera at the bottom over there. You can see the camera over there. Both of them have the reverse camera, which the base model doesn't get. Rear park distance control on all. And again, the skid plate effect for you over there. Let's pop open the boot. And you'll see again, nice size boot. Nice regular, nice little extra spots over there to put things and stop them rolling around. I did actually use that when we were grocery shopping, and that is important. And good feature, a full-size spare wheel. In this day of Mari biscuit spare wheels, etc., that are really not very practical, at least you do get that with this car. Close it up over here and make sure it is closed. And you have a look, the Urban Cruiser legend, of course, across over there, making sure you know exactly what you're driving. Very neat tail lights over here, you can see split across the tailgate. All features you would expect on this car, and quite a significant spoiler over the rear window. Again, just what you come to expect in this market category. Urban Cruiser is powered by a 4-cylinder non-turbo 1.5-litre petrol engine, giving you 77 kilowatts, 138 newton meters of torque. Not a ball of fire, but let me tell you, certainly again for the category, it is right up there performance-wise, etc. All those sort of features. And interesting how many of the competitors use that number of 77 kilowatts. Quite an interesting factor in itself to me. Let's look at it on the road. Let's look at it inside. Let's just check it out a little bit further. behind the wheel as always, and let's take a look at some crucial figures. And let me press over there. Very interesting. Average, you'll notice I've got to press the button over there to change the screen. It's in the center. It's pretty readable, gives you information you want. And let's just see what it's telling us. Well, 14.6 kilometers per liter. So that comes out at about 6.5 odd liters per 100. We've done quite a bit of urban driving as well. 380 kilometers still in the tank. And those are figures you can see over there. I couldn't quite find the figure to tell me what we've done since this test. I have to apologize, but I can tell you we have done about 250 odd kilometers so far on this test, so let's leave it there. But that's the instrumentation, pretty basic, you can see, but everything you do need, and that is important. You come down over here. Now, again, let's talk differences. XR has cruise control. This one doesn't. Well, it's up to you whether you want cruise control or you don't. And you'll notice I'm trying to just get to it over here, and a little bit difficult to find, but there are little buttons over there for phone, answering phone over there, a little bit hidden behind the wheel, but they're there, they're functional, and that's what really counts. Where I'm going to give Toyota a little black mark for a change is, and it's becoming a regular complaint of mine, there's the button to lock the doors, but no auto lock on pull off. Come on, Toyota. Come on. We need that. It's very, very important. Again, a crucial difference between the various models. You'll see the speaker in the pillar over here, just sort of behind the A pillar. 4 speakers on XI and XS, 6 on XR. Well, not, I think, that important, but it is a feature and a factor to tell you. You come across to the center console, and all the models do have the 8-inch screen over there, the Toyota screen, Toyota Connect, all those things, of course, you know about them. I don't think I have to tell you too much. It's not that important. And, of course, I mentioned the reverse camera on mid and top spec versions, not on the bottom spec. So just keep that one in mind. But certainly works well. Android Auto, of course, Apple CarPlay, and all those features all work very, very nicely. No complaints. Let's just talk dashboard quickly. Yes, it's plastic, but it's got quite a nice effect to it. Certainly no rattles, no squeaks, no nothing on the car, all those things. And then across in front of the passenger, the interesting double level that you've got on the glove box. There's the top one, and oops, I know my camera's going to have a problem here, a lower glove box as well. So you've got two, very neat, and you've got this silver trim between the two. So that is an important feature. Something I didn't mention just now is that XR does give you auto headlights, auto wipers, which of course neither of the other two models give you. Come down to the automatic air conditioning, as they term it these days. I would usually have called it climate control, but same thing. Manual on XI, auto on the other two versions. And below it, of course, you've got over here a USB, a single USB with a little outlet there and a 12-volt socket over there. Again, XR gives you an extra 12-volt socket in the boot area, so something to just keep in mind. The 5-speed gearbox, typical of this type of car, typical of this level of car, is light, very, very, very gentle, very light, snick, easy, smooth, no problems. Obviously, this is a typically easy driving car, and that's what you'd expect from this kind of car and at this level. My bone of contention with this car in the manual version is the higher revs with the gearing. A 6-speed gearbox, maybe on the XR, would be such a pleasure, even if you didn't put it on this one. But certainly, just under 4,000 revs at 120 on the highway, to me, does make this car that bit buzzy or noisy. That is something. But around town, it's an absolute pleasure. It's light, it's easy, it's everything you'd ever want. So it really isn't a big deal, but there are times I really would have loved that extra gear on the manual box. But that is me, and I'll admit it's me, and let's leave it there for now. But it is just a factor on the car that I think you need to take into account. Well, beyond that, manual handbrake, let's leave it there. Let's talk money, because that, of course, is the next most important feature. The XI model comes in at 253,000 Rand. The middle one, as we're in here in manual, comes in at 271, and the XR comes in at 300,000. The price differences, I've tried to mention as many of the differences in the models as I can. Those are choices only a buyer can make. Where do you want to put yourself in that range? It's a 50,000 Rand range, so it's quite a big price gap and spectrum of pricing that you can look at. You need to decide these sort of things for yourself. Value for money, we know, is there. This crossover SUV category has become probably among the best value for money on the South African market right now. Space, comfort, economy, all those features you're getting for your money. And really, it's up to you. You do get Toyota's service plan thrown in as well. So just keep that in mind, how they work with the service plan standard on these models. Overall, it's a Toyota. You know that. You know it's going to hold its value in resale. Keep that in mind as well. There's so many other models in this category for you to choose from. I really always recommend try each one of them for yourself. See which one just really feels comfortable for you. And that'll be your choice. Not forgetting the Toyota badge. For Motor Matters, I'm Eleanor. I'll see you next time.